students at Columbia University. There are a lot of books on Buffett, and even more on the topic of financial literacy. But we believe this is the only book that effectively combines the two topics. Part of Buffett's charm is his plain-spoken language, pop culture references, and wonderful sense of humor. You will hear many examples of these characteristics in our book. We tried to incorporate those elements into our writing as well. To illustrate this point, here's one example from Chapter 6. You might find it amazing that Berkshire Hathaway has almost 400,000 employees, but there are only 25 people in Berkshire's corporate headquarters in Omaha. How can he manage so many people with a staff slimmer than Snoop Dogg's waistline? We want this book to be understandable to all readers. So the emphasis of any conceptual topic is on intuition. Any non-trivial formulas are relegated to an endnote or appendix. Financial literacy is a vast topic, so we considered a number of approaches to deciding on the content for this book. There are some basic building blocks for being financially literate, such as having the right mindset, living within your means, starting early, paying off credit cards, and investing in stocks for the long term. All of these topics receive detailed coverage, peppered with Buffett quotes to drive these points home. Chapter 1 begins by talking about the incredible life of Warren Buffett. Many people unfamiliar with this story will be surprised at the financial success Buffett experienced at a very young age. We then move on in Chapter 2 to discussing some of the fundamentals of investing, such as the miracle of compound interest and how supply and demand interact to determine price. Chapter 3 takes some baby steps into financial products offered by banks and other firms. Things such as a bank account, checking account, and credit cards. It also covers newer apps such as Venmo and Zelle, as well as your credit score. Chapters 4 through 6 cover the bond market and stock market, the two most important financial markets for most people. Stocks are clearly at the heart of how Buffett generated his enormous wealth, so they are given detailed coverage. We discuss what a stock is, how it trades, and how it is valued by investors, as well as the features Buffett looks at when he buys part of a company or a firm in its entirety. Chapter 7 discusses the fundamentals of accounting, which is the language of business. We'll try to make it painless by looking at the essence of the financial statements of Apple and, drumroll, Berkshire Hathaway. Very few people put all their assets in a single investment. Therefore, it is crucial to discuss risk and how to create a portfolio of investments. We'll discuss two main approaches espoused by Buffett in Chapter 8. First is an index fund, an investment product that aims to own a broad cross-section of investments. The second, which we refer to as expert mode, is concentrating your assets in less than 10 firms that you thoroughly understand, or what Buffett refers to as in your circle of competence. Part of being financially literate is knowing what is going on in the world of business. So Chapters 9 and 10 discuss the who's who of industry, both with respect to people and firms. Regardless of how much money you make, you won't build any wealth if you can't live within your means. We've all read articles about famous celebrities or athletes who were once multimillionaires but eventually went bust. Therefore, Chapter 11 is focused on being thrifty like Buffett. It basically covers ways to save money. Saving money in some respects is more important than making money, since you pay taxes on the latter approach and not the former. The two biggest purchases for most individuals are their homes or cars. Given the importance of these big-ticket purchases, we decided to devote a whole chapter to it, Chapter 12. Buffett said taking a Dale Carnegie course in communications and dealing with people literally changed his life for the better. Chapter 13 discusses some of the key concepts espoused by Carnegie, as well as a newer topic developed by author Dan Goleman, emotional intelligence. Another big-ticket item for young people or their parents